Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without bariatric surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Top 3 tips. Hello everyone, I'm so glad to see you have come to check in on me on my 6-month tummy tuck update. I will be talking to you about how my scar is doing. I will also be talking to you about what happened at the doctor's office and how I might be dealing with an unforeseen circumstance that we will discuss later in the video. But first, before we get started, I wanted to thank the sponsor for this video, Edousin silicone scar strips. And if you look in the about section below, there is a link where you can get this. And also, we are going to be doing a giveaway. Edousin has given me the permission to give away 5 sets of scar strips to whomever would like them. So if you are interested in trying the scar strips, please go ahead and comment below your full name, where you're located, and what kind of scar you are trying to eliminate from your life. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget also to like this video and to subscribe if you haven't already, because I would appreciate the support. And I'm glad that Edousin has given me the permission to do a giveaway for you guys, which is super exciting. There's also a link to buy these if you are looking to buy them in the about section below. I've already opened the package because I have already applied these, but I just wanted to show you kind of like what they look like. I have one left here. It took almost a whole box to cover all of my tummy tuck scars, but I have a lot of scarring. And so I'll show you, they come in these little strips, and you can use scissors to like cut these into any shape that you need. So for me, I was able to cut each one in half and put a little strip along my flat lines. And then I was able to cut little squares for like my drain hole scars, and to like any little corners that were like the flat one wouldn't turn. It was easy to like cut a little piece if I needed to fill that in. They stick on super easy. They were easy to apply. I will be showing a whole thing later of me applying these. I have not used silicone scar strips. To be honest, I've been a little leery of trying these just because I felt like they would be a little bit cumbersome, uncomfortable. I don't know. I've been wearing them for about 2 hours now, and I haven't even noticed that they're there. So once I applied them, they're staying on really great. They're not catching on my clothes or anything. They seem to be staying where I put them, which is really, really good, because I was worried that they would like peel off like stickers. These are washable. You can wash and reuse them. I don't know how many times you can wash and reuse them. It doesn't actually say on the thing how many times. It just says repeated use. So I guess you can wash and reuse until they're gross or until you feel like they don't work anymore. They're waterproof. They're anti-sun, so they have like a sun protection in them. They are breathable, and they are super soft. So the way that silicone actually works to help with a scar is that it kind of seals off the moisture that's already in your skin and keeps it below the surface where it needs to work on growing and fixing and creating that scar. The more moisture you can keep in the skin during that time of healing, the more likely you're going to have minimal scarring. And you're going to see later on in this video how some of the products I've used already have helped me already, and I'm super excited to see if these are going to help me out even more. So I will be doing like a before and after, like pictures things. So I took pictures today, and then when I come back next month, I'm going to be featuring these again, and I will let you know if they worked or if they worked better than what I already used. And I'm excited. I'm excited to try something new, and I'm just so grateful for this company for reaching out to me. They are Amazon sellers, which I like to support companies that sell on Amazon. I buy almost everything I use from Amazon, and I appreciate Amazon sellers and where they are coming from. I hope that you will leave a comment below and let me know if you want to win a set of these, because I would love to get these sent out to you. All right. So that all being said, let's get to the nitty gritty. 6 months out, how I'm feeling, how the scar is looking, how my doctor's appointment went, and all of that. So I have to admit that I'm kind of feeling a little bit down at the moment. After seeing my doctor this week, and you'll see a little bit about that a little later in the video, I was a little bit disappointed. I thought that I would have a little bit better result at this point by 6 months out. For some reason in my mind, 6 months was like the magic number where I would like stop swelling and I would stop hurting and I would be able to like get back to normal. And I don't know if you saw my latest video on my like weight loss journey, my second weigh-in for 2022. I showed how I held a 55-second plank, but it literally felt like fire. It was hurting so bad. It's very, very difficult still for me to do any kind of ab exercises. And I had no clue that that might be a sign of something that was not right. So like I said, I'll be talking about that a little later in the video, but I am still feeling some pain in an area of my muscle repair. I thought that it was the top of my muscle repair, but as it turns out, it's probably about a 2-inch section right above my belly button, not the actual top of my muscle repair. That is painful still whenever I do pretty much anything. I wake up in pain every morning after rolling around at tossing and turning all night. I have pain every single time I eat. If I eat too much, I have extreme pain. I get a lot of swelling in that area still, but that's pretty normal from what I've seen on Facebook group. You know, like it seems like people swell at 6 months and a lot of them swell above the belly button. And so I wasn't like super concerned about that. That seemed kind of normal, but I also swell below the belly button. I swell a lot. I noticed though that I'm also retaining water a lot still in my legs. Yesterday I wore some like jeans that were like rolled up jeans, and wherever the roll was on my leg, I had an indentation on my leg, which is a sign of edema, which means that I am still retaining water in my legs, which is super disappointing. I did not realize it was that significant until yesterday when I tried wearing those tighter, like cutesy jeans rolled up with the new style. You know, like everybody's wearing their jeans rolled up now. Don't ask me why. I did that when I was like in 8th grade, but it's in now. So I tried it and ended up with lines on my legs. So that was kind of disappointing. I'm able to do everything normally. I don't have a lot of pain. Just sitting here, I don't feel anything. There's a little numbness still in the outer layers of skin and some below layers of skin. Nothing that's irritating. I'm kind of like used to it now. Like it's part of who I am now. I don't really think about it being numb because it just is. It's like, you know, you just learn to live with whatever. I think that that's probably not going to come back any more than it already has. It came back a bit more this last month, so who knows? I had a lot of itching underneath, which usually is a sign of nerves healing up. So if you have had a tummy tuck and you have some kind of itching or burning sensations, a lot of times that's your nerves coming back awake. It can happen really early in the process, but apparently it can also happen later in the process as well. But as far as like, you know, how I am doing in my daily life, I don't think about the fact that I had a tummy tuck anymore. I don't like accidentally try and tuck my chubby roll back into my pants or think about having to wear different clothes because I'm hiding the chubby roll or anything. I literally I'm used to it now. It's like I'm used to being flat, and that's awesome. I love feeling comfortable and confident going out to dance class or doing my 360s for my weigh-ins. I like that I feel good in my skin. And so regardless of the situation where I find myself in now, I still feel really, really happy with my results. And I definitely would do it again no matter what, even knowing that maybe I'm dealing with something more difficult than I would like to be. And so that's all leading up to, it's time to share with you the clips from the day where I went to visit the plastic surgeon for my 6-month post tummy tuck checkup. So let's just go see that footage and I'll be right back. All right, it's that time when I'm going to my 6-month checkup from the plastic surgeon. I'm not gonna be able to take this in and film or anything. They have a pretty strict filming policy, and while they do allow me to film stuff, really it's only with my phone, so I'll see what I can get with my phone. But I'm heading over there. I am super swollen today, which is a bummer. Yesterday was my big exercise day, and I also had kind of a crappy food day because I was just well, let's just not even make excuses. I ate like an a-hole. I did not eat well yesterday, and I'm probably paying the price today with all the swelling, so that's okay. But I'm heading over there right now. I'm hoping for, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. I don't know what he's gonna say. I will let you guys know what he says. I'm a little nervous, but it is what it is, so I will let you know as soon as I get out of there. All done. So I don't know how I feel about the situation. I don't really know how I feel about the visit. So I showed you what I thought was like the loose skin or whatever that he had been concerned about last time. And he didn't seem that concerned about that loose skin this time. He said that it's just normal for his skin to kind of get loose over time. He didn't say anything about like revising the skin. He didn't think that along the bottom that it felt abnormal or that he needed to clean it up or anything like he had in the past. So that's good news, right? But when he was asking me questions, he mentioned, like, do you have any concerns? And I'm like, well, I guess I kind of have some pain at the top of my muscle repair. It still hurts when I try and do like push up or whatever. And he was kind of concerned about that, and he was palpating it a bit, and he's like, I don't really want to say this, but I kind of feeling a lump in there, and I kind of think maybe either the muscle repair stitches are coming a little loose. He didn't want to tell me that. Or that, more unlikely that I have a hernia, which I've never had a hernia before, but that means just like a part of tissue coming through. He's like, how bad is it bothering you? Is it getting dramatically better? He made it sound like it was a full-on surgery, like another surgery that I would have to do to have that repaired. And I don't know, like, if I'd be responsible for how much of the payment. He didn't really say. So, like, yeah, I'm trying not to cry because I don't really know how I feel about any of that. So, like, the thought of doing a full-on surgery again and not doing the next surgery is really stressful. But if it's gonna be so painful, I can't. And like you saw in the video, well, I can show you the clip of me like attempting to do a plank. Oh, hurts so bad. Right here. Oh no. Down here doesn't hurt at all. Back in here. Oh. I can do it, but it hurts really bad. And doing a push-up is like excruciatingly painful. And I thought just, maybe it would improve over time. And now I'm like, it seems like it's getting worse. In fact, I've started noticing pain right after I eat. Like if I eat too much food, like I feel like my stomach hurts, whereas at the beginning it didn't. So, sorry about the light going in and out. It can't seem to want to like keep the light the same. The camera keeps trying and it's not doing it. I'm using my new camera and I'm not used to vlogging with it yet. Maybe if I scoot back it helps. I don't know. Anyway, so the plan is for me to keep a detailed record of the pain. So my plan is to and by the way, if I keep looking away, it's because I'm trying to see if the light is going in and out, and so I'm not looking at the screen instead of you guys. Sorry about that. But the plan is for me to keep a detailed record of the pain, notice if it's getting worse or better. So I need to give it a number of how high the pain is right now, what activity I'm doing, whether I'm eating standing up, whether I'm eating laying down, whether it's right after I eat a huge meal, or if it's after every meal, if it's after exercise, how many push-ups can I do without the horrible pain? Can I do any other exercise? He wants a full,
detailed workup for the next 4 weeks on the pain. He says if in a month it's not improving a lot, that it's like worse, we're gonna have to talk about doing a surgery. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have it fixed if there's something wrong with it. I need to be able to do a freaking push-up. And it leaves that bubble up there, which is, you saw today, is even worse today than usual, but I thought that was because I was swollen too. So maybe it's just I'm swollen. I don't think so though. Now that he mentions that, I've noticed over the last month the pain getting a little worse. I've noticed it more often, let's put it that way, than before. So yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. And I'm not gonna cry. But it is what it is, and I'm kind of bummed it's not just like a kind of revision kind of thing. He didn't even seem to think like a revision was even necessary, which, I mean, let's be real. I have 2 full rolls still. Never gonna be 100% happy, probably. I really gotta remember to look in the camera. Sorry about that, you guys. I forget where you are. I think you're over there because I'm used to my phone. Okay, it's fine. This light is driving me nuts anyways. That's why I keep looking at it. So for now, over and out. That's all the update I have for you guys this time.
Okay, so it's been about 4 days since I went to see the plastic surgeon, and I am still kind of like in disbelief or denial about the situation that I'm in. Now that I've been asked to like pay attention to the pain, I'm noticing it all the time. I'm noticing it more often than I had. Like, I've kind of like blocked it from my mind because it's not extremely irritating. The only time it's super uber painful is if I'm trying to do like ab exercises, which I'd really like to do at this point, enhance these that I'm supposedly have, right? But the more I pay attention, the more I notice how often I'm waking up in pain. And yes, I am a light sleeper. I rarely get enough deep sleep. I flip, I turn all night long. I did notice in the beginning, like right when I was starting to feel more normal with my like muscle repair and everything, that just that one spot would burn when I would lay down, when I would like go to lay down or get up. And that has definitely improved over the months, but it's still there. Now that I'm paying attention, I really do feel like a twinge of pain when I go to roll over in bed, when I go to lay down, when I go to get up. Anytime I'm engaging my core muscles, I'm feeling like a twinge right there, which now is starting to freak me out. The day I went to see the plastic surgeon, I like cried. And the next day I was super depressed. I feel like so disappointed in the fact that I may have to get another surgery. Now, I was expecting him to like want to do like a minor revision on my loose skin. So I was doubly disappointed that he didn't seem to think that the loose skin was a big deal at all, and that he thought that maybe I would have this bigger issue that maybe we would want to address. He didn't make it sound like it was an emergency. And like for 4 days, I've literally been sitting there holding my phone thinking I should text him and ask him all my questions. So what are my questions? Number one question that I need to ask him and have not yet, and I probably should have before filming this video, if I get it done, if I text him and I get the answers before I put this video out, I will put clips in of what his answers were. But if I'm not brave enough, I don't know. Why is my problem? I just have a hard time. I just don't want to bug him. But my number one question is it dangerous? Like, will it get worse if I continue to do ab exercises, if I continue to do my dancing? You know, like, should I be like babying it, or is it fine to keep using it the way I've been doing? That's kind of an important question I should have thought to ask him and didn't. Number two, what would the repair entail? Obviously, it's a much more invasive surgery than just doing it in the office, or he would have suggested that. Obviously, I'm gonna need to be put to sleep, completely reopened, or at least reopened from the top, have the muscle repair looked at, repaired, the hernia, whatever. He says he didn't know if it was a hernia or a muscle repair. I don't know. Have that repaired and then sewn back up. I mean, how long of a surgery is that? How pain intensive is that going to be? Is it going to be a whole recovery again? How much is it going to cost me? Is it going to cost me anything? Does it fall under his, I made a mistake and I'm going to fix it kind of thing? And if so, like, is there a time limit on when I can get it, when I have to get it fixed in order for it to fall under that? Like, what if I can't find the time to do it and I have to push it out until the summer and it's over a year since my surgery? Like, does he have like a rule about how long you can wait before you repair something where he covers the cost? I should have thought to ask these things. So how much is it going to cost me? I just spent 6 months paying off. I've only paid off $5,000 of what I paid to begin with. And I need to still, I don't have enough room on my card to pay for a whole other surgery. So like, if I have to pay for it, I will have to wait because I don't have the money. Which is a bummer because like, also like, I am planning to take my kids to Disneyland in June. So physically, I don't want to be recovering from an invasive surgery to go to Disneyland, and financially, all my extra money is going to that. Okay, let's not get freaked out here. Let's not panic. So those are my two biggest questions. I need to ask the plastic surgeon. I don't know if there's, the third one is there some kind of test that I could either get my insurance to cover or me pay for to find out if I really have this problem? Like, is there like, I would imagine you can go get a CAT scan and it can tell you if you have muscle repair separation, right? So could I do that before going in for an invasive surgery? Should I do that? Should I be doing that now? Why are we waiting a month to see if the pain gets better? Is he hoping he doesn't have to redo it? I want to ask him all these things, but I'm not brave. So if it's not in this video, that means I didn't get brave, but I promise you I'm gonna get brave soon. I have my anxiety and I need to just like, get myself mentally prepared for this kind of thing. It's fine. Everything's fine. I say that a lot. All right, so all that to say, I am not super depressed today. I'm kind of wrapping my brain around it. I'm trying to accept it. I don't know what I would like to do about it yet. Honestly, it's not severe, so if it's not dangerous, the thing that I would probably end up doing is waiting until I can afford to have my whole upper body done like I want to, my arms, my breast lift, my back lift, and add that repair into another big surgery. Obviously, that's a while out since it took me that long just to pay off $5,000. I think, $5,000. So yeah, I don't know when that will be. And so that means, I guess, that I'm dealing with that pain for that whole time. It's not horrible. I'd say like when it's its worst, pain scale is like 3 to 4. I have a high pain tolerance. I can put up with a lot. Anyway, okay, all that aside, this video is going to be like 4 million miles long. I know that you guys would also like to see how my scar is doing, and I have happier news on the scar front. I did use a new product. I talked about it last time. Used it the whole month. They did not sponsor the video or anything, so it is what it is, but I did want to show you guys my result of using that product, and I will talk about that in the next segment. Also, right after that, I'm going to show, of course, me using these scar strips or applying them so you can see what that's like, because that's one thing I didn't understand is how they worked and like how you apply them. And so I think that is important that you guys see how me putting them on so you can see what they even look like. And they're not pokey at all. They're shiny, but they don't feel like pokey or annoying. I forget they're even there. I was not expecting that, so I am grateful about that. And yeah, don't forget to enter the contest down below, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Let's see the scar. Alrighty guys, I cannot believe that it is 6 months since my plastic surgery. Just kind of crazy to me. I just got out of the shower and did my hair and applied my skincare, and I'm going to show you guys how my scars are looking at this point at 6 months out. I know someone's going to ask, so they're going to ask me what's my skincare for my face. Over the years, I haven't really done much for my face. I'd say the number one thing I've done for my skin is to use Mary Kay's Time Wise microdermabrasion. I use this once, sometimes twice a week. I used to use it every single time I applied makeup because I knew that my skin would show up on my foundation. I'm now learning tricks to avoid that, but I'm also wearing makeup more often. I'm gonna put some makeup on in here in just a minute, but yeah, so my main thing that I have done over the years is to use this Mary Kay. Don't overuse it because you don't want to over abrase. Is that even a word? Your skin, but that is the number one thing I have done. Also, I have been using probably for about, I don't know, 6 months now. I have been using this Earth to Skin Superfruits. Honestly, don't know what's in this. It's definitely got water in it and hyaluronic acid, which is, well, and the only reason I know that is because I know how it feels on my skin, but it is a gel moisturizer, and it like sucks right into your skin. It's really nice. I got this at Walmart. I have no idea what's in it. There are no ingredients on this. And I use for sunscreen, which you can tell by the sun damage pigments on my face that I've not been very religious about over the years. I use this gel Hydro Boost Neutrogena. You can see it's looking pretty nasty. It's been here for a while, but I've been using that since probably the summer. Not religiously, don't always remember to put it on, but now I'm trying to be really conscious of putting it on every day and hydrating my skin so that I don't have as much problems with dry skin. I am very dry skin, dry hair, dry everything. So yeah, now you know. So now I am going to show you my scars. Okay, so here I am 6 months out, and I probably already showed the clip about what my doctor said this week. Huge bummer, huge disappointment for me. So I wanted to kind of show you that area. I've shown it before, but I really wanted you guys to be able to get a good look, because in the clip with the doctor, all I did was show myself sitting down, which is like my skin folded over. And I want you guys to be able to see what exactly the problem area is that I thought was just swelling or loose skin. Turns out that it might be something a little bit more dramatic than that. So this is the area right here. So this is my Fleur-de-lis scar. A lot of people don't have this vertical scar because they just get their skin pulled down and they just have the one hip to hip. But me, I had so much skin up here that the doctor said he wouldn't be able to get rid of it unless we did a vertical incision. And so that's why I have this scar here. I do obviously still have some loose skin above my belly button, but you know, I feel like he did a really good job considering. The scar goes all the way up here between my breasts and goes all the way down to meet my tummy tuck scar, the bottom scar. But this right here is the area that I am having issues with. So it does swell quite a bit, and that's a normal place for people to get swelling. And of course I have the loose skin, and so I have really kind of just like ignored the issues I've been having with it. But what I'm having issues with is right through here. So not even the very top of the muscle repair. I guess the top would be kind of here. Yeah, the top is there. I feel the muscle repair. Right here, I am having pain. So not up here, not down here, just right in this area, I'm having pain. And when you press on it, it feels a little bit more squishy. So if I like tighten up my ab muscles, right, got them nice and tight, I can feel tight, 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 tight. I can feel tight, 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 tight. But right here, it, especially on this side, feels lumpy and pudgy. So I think possibly it's the muscle repair is either failed or just come loose. And granted, let's remember here, I had the second largest diastasis recti that the doctor had seen in his entire 20-year career. So it was like a full 6 inches across. If you look in my before picture over here, you can see the sides of my skin folds were. You can see the puffiness there. That line on the sides of those is how wide open my muscles were when he did the surgery. So he literally had to pull so far. So I don't really feel like, even if the muscle repair is failing, I don't feel like it's the doctor's fault, because he had a lot of skin to work with. And, obviously I've got the little bit of loose skin, which apparently is to be expected when you have massive weight loss. Sometimes you need more than one surgery. I was hoping I wouldn't be the one, but you can definitely see, even when I'm pulling in tight, you can see that little bump right there. It's hardly visible, and most people will probably never notice it. I mean, I only thought that it was loose skin, and I knew that it hurt there, but I never really considered that it could be either a hernia or where the muscle repair is coming loose. So that totally sucks. I'm trying to do ab exercises and I have pain through there. It's really hard to do anything. But as far as the scar goes, I'm going to try really hard to do like a before and after, because I really wanted to talk about the one thing I did different this month, and that is I used this Differin resurfacing scar gel. I had really wanted to try it when I saw it on Dr. Dre, and she mentioned about it, and I thought I wanted to try and see if it would really change like the surface of the scar. So I have actually used this in combo with my regular Edousin silicone. I've used these religiously for a month. I think I've missed like 2 days the whole month. I have done a really good job making sure I had them both on every single day. Also at night, I have almost used up my bio oil. This has lasted a really long time though. So this is the bottle I got off Amazon. It's a bigger one than the one you can get at Walmart. So I put this on at night, and I've been putting these on in the morning for a whole month. Of course, I was using the Edousin before I gotta get the bio oil off my hands. I used the Edousin before I used the Differin. So I want to try and get like a side-by-side picture. So I'm gonna do the best I can, have like a little slideshow at the end to show the difference between the scar 5 months and 6 months. So I don't know, but considering, I don't know if the scar care is doing it or if it's just my genetics, because I do have good skin genetics, my scar is looking so good. So I'm gonna get close up. It's just, there's not very good light right there close up. Let's try and stay out of that weird light. But you can see, well, hey, in that weird light, you can kind of really see the actual bumpiness of the scar, which is interesting. Wherever those little bumps are, they're turning white. If you look really, really close, you can see that the redness is starting to fade into white already. So they're starting to look silvery, like my stretch marks right here already. All the way up to the top is silvery, which means it's turning skin color already, which I did not expect at 6 months. So that is phenomenal. Around my belly button, I do still have a tiny bit of redness, but man, this lighting, I'm gonna try and move the camera. Hopefully that's gonna be good for you. If I pull it up, you can see the line around it. It is already turning skin color. I can hardly see it. And I kind of like that I have the loose skin, because I get that little hangover. It makes it look more real, in my opinion. And I've never been one to set out to have like a bikini body or anything. It makes me look like I just have a regular, like, nice trim mom bod instead of like super tight, But if I suck in, you can see it looks pretty good like that. But I do have to suck in to show my abs. Some people don't. So that's my Fleur-de-lis, and you can see the lower one is also fading into skin color, and it isn't even that red anymore, which is super nice. So honestly, I think this may have actually done something. Either that or it's just like coincidence. I don't know. So I'm going to show you guys my actual across the hip scar now. So the reddest part is the actual little tiny T right there. That is the absolute reddest part right there. But leading down to it is skin color. And across here is more of a gray. It's not really skin color, but it's like, you can hardly see it, which
That's awesome, right? That is amazing to me. Across this side, this part is kind of still purple right here. This part is disappearing right here. On my hip, this is turning skin color, and this is disappearing right here, which is great. Finding my actual drain holes on this side is like impossible. I do not see, I think this is the top one, not sure, and the bottom one is here. So these are almost completely gone. This one's only showing up because I have lighter skin down here than I do up here, but where here I have the darker skin up here, I think that's it. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. You can see that it's a lot more purple as it goes around the back right here. But right on this area, it is practically gone. It's just got a little bit of pigment left, just a little. Okay, let's go to this side. So across here, it's still, if you pull on it or press on it, you can kind of see the little tiny scar is turning to skin color. There's still some like grayish discoloration along here. I still have weird swelling right here. The doctor didn't think anything of it today, like when he went in there. He pressed on this and he's like, that feels normal. And I'm like, it doesn't feel normal to me. But he said he was thinking about cleaning this up, and I don't know what that meant, but apparently, no, that's not what's on the docket anymore. Now it's this thing up here. Whatever. Not that worried about it. I don't hate it. It's just, you can see swelling, right? I mean, I'm not crazy, right? That is swelling, or it's misshapen, yeah? Like, it's even like in and out right here. Like, maybe that's just because my underwear is pressing it, but it's just like a weird shape. And I am extra swollen today. I have been the last couple of days, which is annoying. And so it's really tight right there too. But yeah, I think that's just swelling. Who knows? Who knows? It's just weird looking. But you know what? I'd rather have this weird looking than the old weird looking anyways. So hip wise, you can see similar situation right here, like along the hip bone. It is starting to fade really a lot. And down here is a little bit more purple, and up here is a little more purple, but there's this section right here that's almost gone, which is awesome. I mean, look, these are my actual stretch marks up here. They're like redder than here, which I don't know why these are so red. They're just irritated today, but they are like red up here for some reason. What the heck is with that? Oh, gosh. Lovely. Anyway, across the back. Oh wait, I didn't show you my, so here are the drain holes on this side. You can still see both of them pretty well. This one and this one. I think my skin is just not as dark on this side, but I don't know, could be wrong. You can see across the back, it's a lot more purple along here, all the way across. It's not really changed a lot of color, but I mean, I don't know if it's changed compared to last week or last month, I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's the close-up of all of the scars. Honestly, my shape hasn't changed that much over the months. I still have these lumpy side things, never went away, but you know, I think that that's only addressable with a back lift, which obviously I'm gonna need at some point for all the skin that was still left back here. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with my shape. I thought I might be a little bit more trim by 6 months out, but I mean, we are who we are. So let's look at, before it gets too bright in here, it's already starting to be, let's look at the thigh scars. My thighs are definitely big. You can see this, the chubby above my knee is still there. I haven't been able to lose that either. It wasn't not swelling, it was fat. It was there before I had the tummy tuck, and it's just more noticeable since I had it because everything is smaller to me. Okay, so here is the left leg scar. It is still pretty dark. This is the one I was hoping would get the most like benefit from the scar gel, but so far it hasn't. So far, well, I mean, I don't know. I have to compare it to last time. It's hard for you guys to see in the camera as well. And of course, got this weird lighting going on. Stupid window. But yeah, anyway, I'm not disappointed in it, though I would really like to see this one start to fade because I'm going to be going into swimsuit season here in a few months. And I was hoping it would be more better off, like, you know, up here for swimsuit season, but so far it's not. Like I said, you know, I'm no skinny mini still, and when I have my swimsuit on, you know, you can see these right here the most. This one is not fading as much as I like. This one is a lot more faded. So which is funny because at the beginning, this side was darker, and now it is fading faster than the other side. So see if you can see that. The top of it is up here, goes down here. This part up here is a little lighter. This down here is still pretty dark. But all in all, it's not terrible. Still jiggly in the thighs. Mainly what only this did was remove the pouches. I had like, you know, thigh pouches on there. And, you know, I don't really have those. My thighs are definitely still big. In fact, they're bigger because I guess I gained weight. I don't know. But honestly, I can't complain too much. I'm not, like I said, I'm not planning to win a bikini competition anytime soon. So it is what it is. I'm pretty happy with how it looks at this point. You know, if I stand up nice and straight and suck in, it looks pretty good, right? I mean, even this shape right here, I don't mind. From the side, it's not bad at all. I've still got these, but I'm used to having these and they don't bother me so much because I don't have to look at them all the time. But you can see there's quite a bit of loose skin that needs to be taken out on the sides. So eventually I would like to have a bra line lift across the back and have this all lifted up. But let's do the 360 scar view. Here's the front. With this lighting and with me sucking in and lifting up. Not bad at all, right? I mean, who can complain? You can definitely see that little lump. It's on this side, not this side as much. It's literally right there. And when I suck in, you can see it's right there. In that light, you can really see it. And here I thought I was just throwing an ab there. Yeah, splitting an ab is more like it. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be trying these for the next month. So you know that these guys are sponsoring this video. I've never used silicone strips. I haven't really felt motivated to. I don't really know how. So today I'm going to put these on and I am going to do before and after pictures for you guys in next month to just see how it went. So it'll be a before and after kind of deal. So I don't really know how to put these on though, so wish me luck. applied. It took me 15 minutes to apply all of that. So 15 minutes compared to less than 1. That's going to be hard to get used to. So I'm putting these on the back burner for this month. Sad to get rid of this one, but I honestly am out anyway. It lasted about a month and it's kind of pricey, so whatever. I'm always willing to try new things. I don't hate how my scars look, so why not? That entire box to cover all of my scars, there was only 1 piece left. It says it's washable and it's a 4-month supply. A 4-month supply for whom? And how washable are we talking here? So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to take these off every night. Also, wash them, let them dry overnight, and then put it back on every morning. It's gonna take a lot more time. I'm gonna have to definitely plan for that. Up here, it's already coming loose where my skin kind of rolls down. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled it tight when I put it on. So I may just reapply that one, but I don't know. We will see. I'm skeptical, but hopefully it turns out good.
All right. Guys, I'm super happy with my scar. It's looking so good. I think it's looking better than a lot of people's at 6 months. And I don't know if it's because of my scar care regimen. I don't know if it was like adding the other product in this month. But dang, I don't know if it's genetic. I mean, obviously I have some good skin genes, but dang, like I'm happy with how it's looking. I'm super happy with the scar itself. Some other things I'm not so happy about, including that bulge that now stares at me above my belly button because I keep thinking it's some monster alien that's gonna pop out of my stomach and kill me. Okay, I'm a little over dramatic. I'll bet you didn't know that about me. Yeah, you did, if you've been here for 5 seconds. Anyway, other than that, I'm really happy with where my whole situation is sitting right now, and I'm so happy that I did it. Regardless of whatever I'm dealing with, regardless of having to do the skincare, and regardless of having a scar, and regardless of like having this issue that may be stressful, that I may have to have a revision done, I am still so much better off having had that loose skin removal. I am so grateful that I did it, that I was brave, that I just went out and did it. A lot of people said, like, you know, like, why didn't you save up the money for it? You would have spent a lot less because, you know, I'm paying like $300 a month in freaking interest. But the reason why is because, like, for example, Disneyland, you know, I have 9 children and I have spent my entire life doing things for them. And if I were to try and attempt to save up $22,000 in a bank account, I'd eventually end up spending it on them. Let's be real. It's true. By going out and putting it on a care credit card that was in my own name that I have to pay off, that Dave has nothing to do with, it all comes from my money here on YouTube and my photography business and all of the things that I personally get money for, I'm paying it and it's for me, and I know it's for me. Does that make sense? Like, when I save up the money in the bank account, maybe it's for anybody in the family. Whereas when I went out and bought it on credit, I have that bill to pay, but it is my bill and it's my thing that I was able to do for me, and it's already done. So I can't change my mind or do something else with the money. It's been done. So that's the reason that I chose to do it that way. I could have obviously saved up enough money to do it, but I felt like it was more important to get it done quickly, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's worth the extra money. It's worth the interest. It's worth everything. Like, it's just changed everything. Like, how I feel about myself, how I see myself, how I dress, how confident I am, literally everything. And the only thing that has been hard is that it's a lot harder to dance than it was before. And now that I know that I'm dealing with this issue, maybe that explains it a little bit. I've been kind of like blaming it on old age or me gaining back 20 pounds after the surgery. But now I'm going, maybe it's just because my core muscles really aren't strong and I just don't have that oomph that I need for doing some of the things in ballet that I would like to do, or in dance that I would like to do. I don't know, but either way, I'm still dancing, I'm still doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it because, hello, of course I'm gonna keep doing it. Makes no sense to stop doing it just because it's hard. Just keep going.
Alrighty guys, you be proud of me. I'm sticking this in the video because I actually, right after I finished recording the scar video, I actually got brave and I texted my doctor, and a couple hours later, he actually called me because I asked him all 3 of my questions, and he called me because it would be easier than texting. He talked to me for about a half an hour. The number one thing that he assured me is that I am not in any kind of emergency situation. I am not in an emergent state. He said if I were to have a hernia, I would be having a lot more pain. I would be having bowel issues, and I do not have any symptoms or signs that I have any kind of hernia going on. He says in 22 years he's never seen a hernia post-surgery, so that the likelihood of it is really slim to none, and that would be the only situation in which this was emergent. He said that the cause of the pain could be one of 2 things. It could be a possible loosening of the muscle repair, though he says in 22 years he's never seen that happen either. He said, though, caveat, when he was doing mine, he did take note that I had a very thin fascia there in that area, and he did sew it with double layer stitches, but he said anything's possible. Anything's possible. He says it's highly unlikely, but anything's possible. He did say that it's possible I had fluid collecting there and scar tissue has built up in that area, which that sounds totally reasonable to me because I have swollen there a lot, and I do have some scar tissue that I was talking about in the other clip where I have that mini seroma, and I do have some scar tissue there that's kind of tender, but because I have the numbness in that area, maybe it's not bothering me as much as it is at the top, but it could be a similar situation, and maybe that's just what my body does. But he did say if worse comes to worse and I do need to go in and have it surgically repaired, he will cover the cost 100%. He says he has got me. He has not forgotten about me. He will absolutely take care of me, and that financially I will not be responsible to pay anything for anything he has to do to repair anything that may have come undone, if it comes to that, from the surgery. That's a relief to hear. He did say if the pain isn't severe, it would make more sense to wait until I'm ready to have my other surgeries and fix it then. But he wants me to pay really close attention to the pain, and if it's getting worse, he wants to get in there and just see what's going on because he's kind of curious. The scientist in him wants to just open me up and look. So I don't know if I'm going to let him do that or not. He wants to actually see me. So first it was just he was going to have me text him, but I think because he knows I'm having a lot of anxiety, he wants me to actually call on Monday and make an appointment to go back in 3 weeks and see him and bring my log with my pain log to see if over the 4 weeks, if the pain has gotten worse, better, or stayed the same. He says if the pain is getting worse, we need to get in there and see what's going on. If the pain is getting better, it's probably just something that needs to heal and be left alone and just see how things go. And if it stays the same, we will just have to decide which direction we want to go. So I feel a lot better. He answered all my questions. He took the time out of his day to call me. He seemed genuinely concerned that I was worried, and he said, just please don't worry. He says, I got you. I promise I'm not forgetting about you or sorry. Obviously, I'm kind of a mess over this whole thing, and I'm trying really hard to be like fine, but it's the whole like not knowing. It was fine when I thought it was like normal, but now that I think about it and now that I've had time to mull it over, I realize maybe it's not normal. So it's nice to know that he's not just going to like drop me and run now that I'm done with the surgery and it's 6 months out, and that there's no limit of time that he would fix it. If it still needed to be fixed in 2 years, he would still fix it for free. He's not going to put a time limit or anything on like his work. It's a guarantee. He's like, there's no time limit financially. You don't need to worry about it, which to me is a big deal because it takes a lot of money to pay for this kind of a thing. It's not something I just have lying around, so huge relief. Anyway, just thought I would update you right now because I just got into the dance studio and I didn't want to forget anything. He did say, he said cut back on the exercise that's hurting really bad. So the ab workouts, the 55-second plank, he said don't do those. Well, he's like, if it's hurting, you need to not do it. So keep doing the dancing and the through planks that are like, slightly held and then gone through like in the yoga poses that I sometimes do in contemporary, but not try and push it, not try and do like a full ab workout at this time. So that he's like, it's not emergent, but take it easy. Don't strain that area. So I can do the lower abs just fine, anything that doesn't hurt, but like the upper ab exercises need to take a chill pill for a while. Oh, and the other question, the third one, was whether or not is there a CT scan or some kind of scan that we could do to determine whether or not there was an issue before just like going in for a big surgery. And he basically answered that by saying he would probably just open up my scar right where right where it is and look, rather versus trying to book like a CT scan with someone or trying to get my insurance to cover it or anything like that. So he also did say that I should cut back on my sodium because I am still retaining water so bad in my legs. You know how I feel about that with the whole keto thing. I'm trying so hard to do keto. I can't do keto without the sodium. But he did say cut back on carbs too. I can't cut back on carbs without cutting and also cut the sodium unless I do high potassium. So I'm gonna have to really rethink what I'm doing diet-wise. I really don't know. I'm thinking maybe doing a higher carb, lower fat, and just low sodium might be worth a try. Who knows? But anyway, so that's where we at with that. Back to the video.
I love making these videos for you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed this one and that you could commiserate with me down in the comments and enter the silicone strips contest for the Edousin. I hope I'm saying that right. Edousin? I don't know. But this awesome Amazon company that is sponsoring this video, it's because of people like that and you guys that I'm able to even pay for my surgery. So I'm so grateful to companies that come to me and offer this kind of a situation because it sure helps me out a lot. Like I couldn't do it without them. All right, so get down in the comments, enter to win you some silicone strips, and I'll talk to you all again soon.